Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, guys? My name is Tias Vinjali, and my student number is 47. Okay, we we have to discuss about our journal, and then the title is an analysis of reading habit of the fourth semester student of English Education Department. Okay, the next is introduction. Reading is one of the most important component of our language and is an essential tool for lifelong. For in order to face the era now, education has to prepare the learner to adapt to social and technological changes that are taking place at an unprecedented rate. Reading is key tool of experience that link people in a way far beyond distance or time. Reading provides experience to the individual so that he may expand his horizon, identify, extend, and intensify his interest, and gain deeper understanding of himself and other beings of the world. Reading is important for students in general in order to cope with new knowledge in changing world that of the technological age. Next is theoretical framework. Yeah, I have the outline from the journal in for my journal, and the outline is relates to this reading habit is referred to the behavior which express the likeness of reading of individual types of reading and taste of reading. This pattern which an individual organize his or her reading in the in identifies a reading habit as how often, how much, and what students read. Researchers in the past decade have devoted effort to examining learner reading habits. And of course, I have supporting theories. A good reading habit is necessary for healthy intellectual growth and play a very crucial role in enabling a person to achieve practical efficiency of furthermore and individual interests and determined to a considerable extent by the amount he will read and the intensity with which he will pursue his reading activity. By reading books, one gets confirmation or rejection of one's own ideas, which makes one think more critically about right and wrong in the society. Reading interests or preference seem to be differed with different age level. Surveyed the leisure reading choice of rural teenager and found that their reason for leisure reading were for entertainment and for acquiring information. Because magazine and newspaper were found to be the more preferred reading material of teenager. Examine the differences in reading interests of good and pure 9th grade readers and found no differences between good and pure reader in number of magazine of or books read. The present study tries to pursue the following question: Uh, uh, there's the step for the questionnaire for in the journal. The first is what types of reading material are preferred by the EFL, and second is what reasons are given by the EFL learner, and the last is what is preferred language for reading of the EFL postgraduate learners. And the next is researcher methodology. And the method of the research is use quantitative for use quantitative, and the sample is in my journal. The sample the respondent for this preliminary study were uh, 52 postgraduate students uh, at the School Language Studies and Linguistic Faculty of Social Science and Humanities, University Kebangsaan Malaysia. There were 19 female and 33 male respondents of ages that are between 24 45 years old. And the instrument research used a questionnaire was divided into two parts. The first one is demographic question pertaining to the reading habit and preference of the EFL learners, and the second is the statement reflecting the metacognitive strategies. The study focused on the information in the first part of the questionnaire and the technique of analyzing data. The researcher distributes the questionnaire to the student in class. While the subject answered the questionnaire, the researcher remained in the classroom to respond to any queries the subject may have had in regard to the questionnaire. And the next is finding and discussion. In the journal present that researchers have a goal to conduct it to fill in the gaps to identify an accurate correlation between reading frequency and reading achievement, and the journal classify the result of the researcher, and there are the reading material preferred by the EFL learner, reason for reading, and the preferred language to read. The journal also explained that study revealed that the EFL postgraduate learner read different types of reading material, have different reasons for reading as well, as demonstrate a language preference in reading. The results of this study are consistent with findings from other studies that indicate student primary preference for reading online material. Not only explain about the method, the journal explained to that reading habit is important and reading frequency is an imperative aspect related to reading. When students read frequently, they expand their vocabulary and word knowledge. And the next conclusion. The conclusion, I think, study revealed that the EFL postgraduate learner read different types of reading material, have different reasons for reading as well as demonstrate language preference in reading. Fostering reading habit among students is no easy task. Further investigation of reading habit of EFL or ESL learner can raise educators' awareness about the reading tendencies of this learner. The questionnaire used for the study was the Metacognitive Awareness of Reading Strategies Inventory, or MARSI. Yeah, MARSI. Which was designed for measuring adolescent and adult student awareness and use of reading strategies while reading academic or school-related material. The questionnaire was divided into two parts. The first one is demographic question pertaining to the reading habit and preference of the EFL learner, and the second is the statement reflecting the metacognitive strategies. And the next is paper review. First is the result of the result of the research showed that the respondent fostering reading habit among students is no easy task. Further investigation of reading habit of EFL or ESL learner can raise educators' awareness about the reading tendencies of this learner. That if problems are identified and understood, then possible solution can be provided to find solution in the effort to leading learner to search, understand, and get information through reading. And the second is the point which can be learned from the result of the research are: first, reading frequency is an imperative aspect related to reading. The finding from the study indicated that the first type of material preferred by students was internet material, and learners are more relaxed and feel comfortable reading that material in leisure manner. And the next is from the research data obtained using questionnaire to respondents, it can be revealed that researchers hopefully students can get used to reading routinely. To conclude, fostering reading habit among students is no easy task. Further investigation of reading habit of ESL or EFL learner can raise educator awareness about the reading tendencies of this learner. Thus, if problems are identified are understood, then possible solution can be provided to find solution in the effort to learners to search, understand, and get information through reading. And the next is lesson learned from the researcher about analyzing reading before college students. First, students should be motivated and encouraged to read different text types in foreign language as a part of both compulsory and elective course. Thus, experienced students gain aesthetic pleasure and knowledge about the real world. And second is also knowledge as efficient on their academic success and performance in the exam. And students can be motivated to reading, remembering in era now. Reading is a complicated thing for students, or especially reading foreign language. And the next is the point which I'm in favor of are about when the study revealed that the EFL postgraduate learner read different types of reading material have different reasons for reading as well. As demonstrate language preference in reading, the results of this study are consistent with findings from other studies. Okay, that is. Thank you for me. Thank you for all the participants, and I hope you get benefit to our presentation. And I'm sorry if I have some mistake. And so yeah, stay healthy and stay at home. Keep a social distancing with the other. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.